Hello, Daisy. And here's the black chicken coming out. Who are we missing? We're actually missing the grey chicken. Here she is. Here's the grey one. The other escapee. Chicken run. Just thinking, no, it's too cold. Yeah, good girl. Thank you, girls. Thank you for the eggs.
Welcome to the 11th day of Advent. Now I'm feeling quite festive today. It is Sunday and I have woken up to see a dusting of snow, and we've had a little bit of more snow falling since, which is rather nice. So hence the Christmas looking jumper. It's just a red knitted jumper with beads on. You will have seen me in this last year, and I'm wearing the badge that I embroidered. I hand embroidered this. Merry Christmas. It's a Mandy Shaw pattern. So yeah, I've got that on today, and I am going to be nipping out. We've got some, you know, bits and bobs that we've got to do. So I didn't end up opening my Sew Hayley Jane box. So if I've got time, I'm going to do it now. And I know I've mentioned the pattern for the mince pie, but I never mentioned it yesterday. The pattern is actually a Simply Louise, and I bought it in kit form because I'm from Create and Craft because I won a voucher. But I've started another one, but what I'm doing is I'm adapting the pattern to knit it in the round, and it is knitting up a lot quicker than this one did actually. But I'll let you know how I get on. The only bit that you won't be able to knit in the round is the star, but yeah, I think the rest of it should knit up lovely, and it's quite good because you can kind of see the shape that's intended a little bit better. Now I'm knitting the other one. I don't think really that should be flat at the bottom. I think it should be a bit more rounded, a bit more of a rounded shape like that. But a few of you have mentioned how big it is, and I must admit, before I knitted this, I did think it was going to be a bit more mince pie size, but yes, it is rather large, isn't it? But yeah, I'm going to carry on knitting those, and I'm going to open the advent calendars now. So I'm going to open my back stitch one first, which comes in these little paper bags, which I'm sure you're familiar with now if you've been watching my Stitchmas. Today I have got some pins, and the brand is Pony Pearlized Head Pins. So they're nice, aren't they? Really nice muted colours. Now what I do with pins, when they go a little bit dull, I use them to either, do you know when I've made my own bias binding or I've got ribbon I want to roll up, I use those blunt ones for pinning those together. Or sometimes I pin pattern dressmaking pattern pieces together in one bit with the blunt pins. So I always find a use for them. I never feel like I need to throw them away. The only time I ever throw them away is when the head of a pin comes off. Then I discard them and I put them in a plastic vitamin pot. I used to be a dental nurse many years ago, so you know, you get taught you know, about sharps and things, so yes, I tend to put them in something before I dispose of them. So shall we go to Barbie next? Now Barbie's in a nice frock, she is, but let's see what she gets today. Did you like to see the chickens again this morning? I wasn't planning on filming them again, but I just thought, because I'm letting them out this morning and there's a bit of a dusting of snow, I thought it'd be quite nice to see them, and I thought it'd be quite nice to point out who the culprits were, the ones that have been, you know, escaping. If you've ever seen the film Chicken Run, yeah, that's why I was saying Chicken Run, because they try to escape in that movie. Now this looks like the baker's pinny from what I can see. I'll show you one here. that's what I think we've got today. So maybe we're going to start getting all bakery items, and maybe the boots, they're going to have a double use for the skier and the baker. So maybe I just got it wrong, and it's not the skier we're getting yet. It's going to be all the bakery items. And I did say to you, it looks like the skis are in number 24 because it's really long. So maybe the ski is going to be the last one we get. You've got to be quite nimble-fingered to tie this tiny little bow at the back. There's a little bow. There we go. Barbie's got her little apron. So maybe she's going to get a tray of baked goods. Maybe a hat, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? A chef's hat. And maybe some oven gloves, that would be nice, wouldn't it? So, should we go to Prim now? I wonder what colour we're going to be today. Not pink by the look of it. Oh, the end of this is coming out. Just made me wonder if my cats have been messing with it. Here. The striped one. Can you see in there? Oh, it's very deep, this is, but the thing in it's quite thin. It says it's a snag wizard. Now, I've never heard of I know what a snag is. I've never heard of a snag wizard. Now, I must admit, if I've ever had a snag, I've used very, very fine crochet hooks and things to pull it back through. So by the look of this, you go through the top edge of your fabric with the sharp end where the snag is, and you wrap the snag around and then you pull it through. So if I ever get a snag, I'll try that out and I'll let you know if it's any good. Or maybe get one yourselves and you can try it for yourselves. So I'm going to go to my ideas calendar that I made next. And obviously this is something you can all join in with if you want to. So day 11. Can you believe we're day 11? Actually, this morning, do you know what I was saying to you? I've been filling up the advent calendars on a daily basis. I've actually totally filled them right up to the 24th now. And so I won't have to do that every day now. Oh.
Have you got your thing?
Hello. No, I haven't been yet, darling. That was my husband. I've basically been waiting for an Amazon delivery. I've ordered a hairbrush, and because all the bristles, I'll have to show you my hairbrush, show you what I've been using. This is terrible. Half the bristles have fallen out of it, and no wonder it's taken me so long to dry my hair. But I've ordered another one, and I've waited for it, and it's gone next door, and I've been in, but I just didn't hear the door. So this one, I love this one, but I can't do this at the moment. Eat a mince pie. And I haven't got any mince pies at the moment, and I haven't made any. And I have eaten mince pies already this year. As soon as I hit the shops, I buy some straight away. I bought 2 boxes and we ate them. But yes, have this one. Eat this mince pie. That might make a good thumbnail. I must admit, I haven't been making up the thumbnails. I've just been letting YouTube it just to have a random one. But that might make a good one. Biting the mince pie. So I'll do like that. I'm going to get some while I'm out. So have I done all of them? So I've done Prim, done that one, done that. Yeah, I've done them all. So Sew Hayley Jane, and then I've got to go next door to retrieve my hairbrush. I posted a photograph of this on Instagram with my top monster. So thank you so much for the lovely comments I've had on that post. There'll be something edible in here usually. Now, I don't know if I've ever had one at Christmas before, but this is so exciting. Look at the artwork. It's Christmas. And it's really lovely, isn't it? And it's issue 49, and this one is called Sugar and Spice. So I'll have a quick look in that in a moment. Now, it looks like we've got some stickers, and they're very festive looking. nice to put on the back of Christmas cards, or put, do you know, on a present or something. Do you know, if you wrap presents in like something quite plain, like a brown craft card, and you stamp it and things, that's something I've done. That would be a nice touch, wouldn't it, on top of it? Or you could even have it as a centrepiece of a card. They're very nice, Hayley. Thank you very much. I don't know if you're watching my video, but if you are watching it, thank you very much. It's looking very, very beautiful. Now we've got a card that says sugar and spice. Now normally I'll be able to tell you a bit more when I open the book, but it will probably tell you who has designed these. But that's beautiful, isn't it? I must admit, I'm a bit of a sucker for items with faces on that shouldn't have faces. Like this, food items or cups and things. What is it when you add a face to it? Oh gosh. These are delightful. The fat quarters are delightful. I only wish sometimes I had the luxury box, because I'd get all 5 of them then, wouldn't I? But look. Oh, they're so nice. Oh, they're beautiful. Oh, I really love those, Hayley. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see what the 5th one was that I didn't get. So we're getting some blue threads. That'll give you a bit of a hint of the colour fabric I've got in this box. And you won't believe it. Ta-da! It's the same pins. I've got 2 sets. That's a coincidence, isn't it? And I've got a chocolate bar, and it's one of these ones. Now I have had this before. I've had these in Mandy Shaw as advent calendars, and it is a lovely chocolate, and it's a mint one. And the fabric that I'll have, there'll be 2.5 meters, and this is it. It's lovely, isn't it? It feels very sort of viscose kind of feel about it, really soft. It's really nice. So I'll be able to tell you a little bit more about that. Nice floaty dress, do you think? And I remember when I first started doing a lot of dressmaking, I wasn't really feeling the floaty dress, was I? I'm a bit more of a structured kind of person, but yeah, over time I've warmed up to it to have. The fat quarters are called the Scandi Sweet Treats from the Craft Cotton Company. They're like a gingerbread and hot chocolate theme. In the classic and the mini box, it is viscose, I was right. It's a sweet blue viscose with a dainty little flower print that looks like berries dotted on the fabric. And it has gorgeous drape and quality. And make sure you check out what the girls have made to inspire you this month. And the print in them and the stickers are from her local friend and artist, Katie Andrews. And she basically provided a print for Sew Hayley back in January 2017 with her Netflix box. I don't think I was a subscriber then. And it says the winner of the fold line voucher. I'm not going to say it out loud because they might want to read it for themselves. I don't want to spoil it. There's an interview with a pattern designer this month, Natalia Scammett, the designer, Joanna, director of that brand. There's a picture of her there. I'm going to be quite quick with this. There's a make of the month. Suzanne has upcycled a pair of jeans and used September fat quarters to make a gilet. Has anyone watched that new movie? I have mentioned it in my Stitchmas. Your Christmas or Mine. I highly recommend it. I really do. It's very funny. So Esther has made some trousers. She's made the Birder trousers 6966 because she had the luxury fabric, and it's a Lady McElroy viscose. Gemma has received the same fabric as I have, She had the classic box, that's what I get, and she's made the Friday Pattern Company Bettina blouse. It's very nice as well. I'm sorry I'm not going into much detail because I'm just trying to get through this as quickly as possible. Laura had to get creative because she had the mini box, because you only get a metre of fabric in the mini. You get basically everything I get, but you get a metre of the fabric and one less fat quarter, as far as I'm aware. She made the I Am Barbara shirt, but I think what she's done, she's teamed it with another fabric to get that shirt, because obviously that's the fabric I've got, so she's obviously used another one. She's used a coordinating contrast fabric. The suggested thing we do with our fat quarters this month is a quilted mug rug. Now, I've made many mug rugs as gifts over the years, but I generally do them with like applique and things when I've done them. I used to do a lot of quilt club swap things years ago, but I don't tend to have the time to do that now. Obviously, being a YouTuber actually takes up, you know, some of your crafting time, so you can't really get involved in everything. Well, you can and run yourself ragged, I suppose. It depends on your family situation, but as you know, if you've been following me a while, I have got a lot of pets and a lot of family and things that keep me busy. See if there's any. Oh, we've got a word search. There's other things to read in here. Suggested books, and it tells you, basically, it tells you what you were supposed to get in your box. So it tells you all about the mini box. Yes, so the luxury box, they get 3.5 meters of a different fabric, and they get an extra fat quarter, as I say, and they get a pattern as well. And the mini box, they get one less fat quarter than I do. They get 3. And they get a metre of fabric, and they get the same fabric as what I get, and it tells you exactly. So it'd be good if you're ever missing something in your box, you'd know that it's missing. But I've never had anything missing in my box anyway. They're always packaged very well by Hayley and her small team of people. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me so far on this episode of my, sometimes I've called it Stitch Diaries. What are we called? Stitchmas. The 11th day of Stitchmas. Now, I don't know what's going to happen for the rest of the day on camera. I know that my husband and I are going to go out, and I've got to retrieve my hairbrush from next door, and we're going out there doing Christmas bits and bobs. So maybe there'll be a little bit of footage, but we haven't picked up that heater yet. We haven't had an email to say the heater's ready. So yeah, so we'll see what happens, and I'll, so I'll see you in a bit.